Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Sally. What's up, Sally?
What's up? It's been a while.
I know. How you been?
Good.
All right. So I don't know. Have you been keeping up with Doctor Who lately, or
Off and on.
yeah? Did you watch the last one, the Sea Devil one?
No, I think that's the one I didn't watch.
No. Well, the one that's coming up is supposed to be the 100th anniversary of the BBC. They call it the Centennial episode. But of course, they really didn't promote it like they never promote Doctor Who really. So we got a trailer finally, but just less than 2 weeks out from when it appears. It's supposed to air on the 23rd of October. Uh, and did you see the trailer of that or no?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I mean, did you like the trailer?
It was okay. I mean,
Right.
it didn't give you too much, but
I mean, did it remind you about the episodes? Because it looked like it was like a hodgepodge, right? Like with the
yeah, it just
paintings and
it looked like a mesh of just stuff. We don't really know what's going on.
yeah, maybe Chibnall doesn't know what's going on either.
Yeah, that's true.
So we heard that the regeneration is not going to be in the TARDIS. So the TARDIS is not going to get beat up or destroyed or wrecked. But it appeared like from different clips and pictures, it appeared that it might be on a beach or something, which I don't know if it's going to be like, um, I don't even know if it's going to be on Earth. I'm thinking it's going to be on Earth, but it looks like it's going to be on a beach. Then some people were saying rumors that she jumps off the cliff and she regenerates in the air or she regenerates in the water. We've heard different rumors about her fluctuating in regenerations from the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and then back and then to David Tennant's doctor. But then that's not confirmed. And then we heard that she's just going to flat out regenerate into David Tennant's doctor. Again, that's not completely confirmed. But we know that Ncuti Gatwa is the 14th Doctor. So we heard a rumor she's infected with a virus, a time foil virus or something that makes her degenerate. Not sure if that's true either. It's all speculation. We do know the Daleks are in it, the Cybermen are in it, the Masters in it. We know Nyssa and not Nyssa, Tegan and Ace are in it. Which that's pretty cool, right? You like those characters, right?
Yeah, I like to see them. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it'll be fun to see them back.
Yeah, and then of course Kate Stewart from Unit is going to be they're full fledged, I guess. So what is here? I'm trying to see now. I can't. I wanted to share the picture that everybody has, but I can't do it. That's so weird. Why not? Maybe I need to update this or something. Well, anyway, it's a picture of her. It looks like she's on the beach. I'm not sure again with the regeneration energy. We don't even know if it's if it's actually the picture or was it artwork or whatever. It's you can't really see because there's supposed to be a play button in the middle. So let me see if I can get that picture again. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see. Hold on. I would like to share it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it.
But yeah, it just kind of looks like in the trailer that they just kind of threw everything together and just said, we'll just throw it all in there and see what sticks.
Yeah, which is crazy. I mean,
it might work.
I mean, we know it's Chibnall's last. You know what? Get him out. I don't care. Russell T Davies obviously had input into, I guess, the script because he wants to do his thing. So I'm sure he had made him put some stuff in there that's going to lead right into his the 60th anniversary. Now, we've heard many different things about that Doctor Who is going to pick up right into a Christmas mysterious special, which that's not confirmed either yet, and that there's going to be many specials with Catherine Tate returning as Donna Noble, and she named her daughter Rose because her memories have fluctuated, and for some reason that name stuck in her head of Rose Tyler, but not necessarily Tyler, but just the name Rose. So she has a daughter, and she names her Rose. So, and that character is going to be sort of, I guess, a companion of a special or a few specials, and then we're going to have Shooty Gatwell with the new companion, I guess, when he starts. And we heard that Neil Patrick Harris, we've seen pictures of him. We don't know if he's the Celestial Toymaker, but he's battling David Tennant's Doctor. So that's awesome. And then there's been rumors since this started, when we heard about David Tennant returning, there was rumors that John Sim was returning as well. And like, I guess the Master would just want to revisit an old face also. And, there's rumors that there was Harold Saxon flyers in the new episode. We'll find out, though. I don't know if that's true. But it'll be great to have John Sim's Master battle David Tennant's Doctor. And I hope that David Tennant's Doctor is not a new incarnation, but actually the 10th.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Because we know David Tennant's Doctor. We don't want him to be a different Doctor.
Yeah, so. I wouldn't like that at all.
Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully, like, immediately, of course, I'm excited that Russell T. Davies is coming back. And I think everybody is, pretty much, because everything is going to change with Doctor Who. It's going to be much more open to everyone, especially the merchandise. Everything is going to be back, I think, 100%. The advertising, the toys, the placement everywhere in different stores. So Doctor Who is going to be very popular again, I feel. And I'll be looking forward to buying all that merchandise. And I feel like a kid again, because Russell T. Davies back, it's like you get David Tennant back, you get Catherine Tate back. It's like, Jesus. Now we're here. Murray Gold may come back. So I'm excited about that too. Because
that'd be great.
Yeah. So what have you done without Doctor Who in your life? Has been shows you've been watching, or?
Just kind of watching whatever. NCIS. There's a new show. Monarch. The country music stuff and just whatever.
Have you seen like movies and stuff lately too? Like anything new?
I haven't really got a chance to go see. Well, I went. What was
or streaming or something or nothing?
The last movie I went to was Bullet Train.
Okay. Gotcha. Have you seen any of the MCU stuff or the superhero stuff or the Disney shows?
I tried to watch She-Hulk, but no.
You couldn't, right? We're gonna cover that, I'm sure, in a matter of a week or so. I'm sure I'm gonna be watching that and covering those. I saw Halloween Ends. That was terrible.
Was it good?
That was terrible. It was bad.
Oh.
Yeah. Which I can't wait to do podcasts on that, because that was pretty awful. I think that's like one of the worst Halloweens I've ever seen in my life. It's like right there. I didn't know that demonic possession is a power that Michael Myers has, but okay. No. So anyway. It's crazy. That script was crazy. And Michael Myers was like a cameo, basically. He was hardly in it, which makes no sense because it's about Michael Myers and Halloween. But okay.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, I was right. So, I've seen The Boys season 3. I've seen, I saw the last Scream, which they're making another one. They wrapped filming. I think Courtney Cox is in that. But yeah, I wasn't crazy about this. The Sea Devil, I'm glad they got redesigned, but the script was all over the place. Not gonna spoil it, but it was just all over the place. Doctor Who script, which pretty much is with Chris Chibnall. So we heard that Bradley Walsh is in this as Graham again. It doesn't look like Tossin Cole is back, I don't think. And there might be some surprises, some people popping in. But nothing in the trailer to me was grabbing my attention, really. I don't know why. After the master's trying to kill her a million times, she's just standing there talking to him. That just, and he
Yeah,
looks younger. He looks younger, and he's just calm, right? It's weird, right?
yeah, it
I
is
don't know.
weird.
A train in space, okay.
Yeah, that's been
Obviously,
done before.
well, I mean, she landed in a train, so she ends with a train, I guess, or something. I guess somebody said that. And then also the fact that the guy, the Cyberman guy's in it, which I thought he died because the master killed him, but okay. Supposedly that other planet is, it's Mondus, right? Like, which was like a twin of Earth, I guess. So they're trying to do something with the Earth, and somehow the Daleks are mixed in. I wish kind of Davros would have been in it. That would have been nice, but he's not. I don't think. So I don't know. They're just throwing everybody in there. Then Vinder's in there, the guy from that, the Flux, whatever. I'm just wanting to end with Chris Jim Dillon. Let's move on. That's my main thing. Just
Yeah.
get this done. We'll watch it. We'll review it, and get out of there. And and look forward to Russell T Davies and whatever he brings to the table, which I'm sure will be everything. But I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty much sure that Doctor Who's going to be back like 100%. I don't know if some people are going to come back because I know a lot of our members have left.
Yeah.
Like totally don't want to be. They're done with Doctor Who, So hopefully RTD can bring them back.
Hopefully.
I know Hayden, Modern Age Nerd, has come back on here, and he's also going to be doing his own podcast now. So good luck to him. Support him and his channel. Scott's doing his walkabouts and his videos and stuff. So everybody's doing their own thing, but we'll probably try to get back together to do some real Whovians and see what happens. I hope I like it, but I doubt it. But it's gonna be nice to see Ace and Tegan, and whoever else they can get.
Expectations are really low right now.
Especially since they didn't even bother to promote it, and it's
not really.
They released the trailer 15 days before it comes out, and it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah, so that should tell you something right there.
Yeah, they don't even give a shit about it, and neither does Doctor Who care about the BBC either. So they're kind of hand in hand, not promoting each other. It's everybody's just looking past it towards David Tennant's arrival again, which is sad for Jodie because but people just want to see her regenerate. That's it. A lot of people didn't take to her. I don't blame her for bad scripts and stuff. She had I guess a shitty. Like they just did her shitty. They did her wrong.
Yeah, they did.
They instead of including everybody in her Doctor, they secluded everybody. They kept them. They made it like about her universe with the merchandise where boys not allowed, which that turned off. I'm sure like 99% of the male population. But you couldn't buy anything. Like I actually went to my mall, a couple weeks ago, and I could not find anything with Doctor Who. Period. It was like, wow. I went everywhere. There's nothing. There's not even a shitty T-shirt. It was just like it didn't exist, which was sad. So hey, there's Vaughn.
Hello.
Hey Vaughn, how are you?
Hey, all right.
How you been?
I'm surviving.
Me too. I know. Have you seen the trailer for the last Jodie Whittaker episode?
I've seen something.
Yeah.
I've seen one of the trailers, but I haven't seen like the recent one.
Yeah. Are you happy she's gone? Pretty much gone.
I'm not gonna say I'm happy about it. I honestly think that she had potential. I just think that two things let her down was the writing and the showrunner.
Which think is the she same
had
person.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he had his own writers, but
yeah,
he just failed. He failed her. He failed.
Yeah, he really did. And I don't want people to blame her for it. 'Cause it wasn't really her fault in the end. It was just crappy writing. The showrunner didn't know what the hell he was doing. I mean, come on.
And he basically split the fans because he said he made about all the merchandise called Her Universe.
Oh,
and it was like we weren't allowed or men to buy anything. It was crazy. Yeah. So he's a jerk. but I'm glad he's done. But what about Russell T Davis? The first thing he does is like David Tennant's back with Catherine Tate.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap, Murray Gold possibly John Sims Master. Like, wow.
Oh wow.
That's a Neil Patrick Harris, maybe as a celestial toy maker. I mean, that's crazy.
I don't know how that's going to work. Is he doing it as a degeneration, or is he doing it as actual separate things that happen within the 10 Doctors timeline?
It's not the 10th Doctor's timeline. That's the point. It's supposedly this episode is about her getting injected or connected with this time foil virus that causes her to die from regeneration, but she, I guess, degenerates into. There's a rumor that she degenerates into a few doctors and then back to herself, and then
I
the
heard
final form is David Tennant, and then she gets stuck in that form as David Tennant's doctor.
so she's basically going to be David Tennant, but he's not going to have the 10th Doctor's personality. He's going to have her personality because she's
No, I think what it is that it's going to be the 10th Doctor, but of course all the memories of her and the 11th Doctor and all that stuff. So he'll know everything that's happened, but he's not going to know what happened. Supposedly, I don't know what happens in the episode, but it's like, oh well, if they tried to screw with her with the regeneration energy or take it away from her, she's the one that created the regeneration energy. So it's the power of the Doctor, and she can overcome, I guess, everything.
Oh man, it's just like a big dig. I feel sorry for Russell T Davis because he's basically gonna have to dig himself out of a hole because all this is convoluted. Like,
well, supposedly he put stuff in the script because he wanted it like transition like into his stuff. So he put stuff into the end of it to lead into his stuff.
Okay.
But I think what it is like basically whatever virus she's infected with, it goes to, I guess, the person she liked the most, incarnation, I guess.
So
the 10th Doctor, right?
Yeah.
Right, and then either he's dying in that form or somehow it's going to be fixed, and then I don't know if he's going to regenerate back into her and then into Ncuti Gatwa. I think he just regenerates into Ncuti Gatwa, like from his.
I think it'll make more sense for him to just go and regenerate into the next incarnation.
Yeah.
Then
It's basically like he's like a war doc. Like, remember how the potion turned him into that special doctor, and then when the mission was over, it snapped right into the regeneration that was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is that the whole 60th he's going to be in it with episodes. Donna Noble, I guess, gets her memories back, but before she got her memories back, she only had the memory of the name Rose, and she named her daughter after Rose.
Mm-hmm.
And her daughter was supposed to be a special link to save certain things in the universe or something. I don't know if it's Gallifrey or whatever, but she's supposed to have some significance, So, and Wilf is in it. This is the last thing he filmed.
Yeah.
That was the last. Bernard Cribbins was the last thing he filmed. Was Doctor Who, when he finished filming too, which was crazy. So, but I'm excited that because you want to go. I guess Russell T Davis felt that this would be the best way for him to come back is to make people familiar with his era and then jump into the future. I'm happy with it. Like, I don't care. Some people are mad about, oh my God, no, we're not going backwards. In a way to go forwards, we have to revisit the past. We have to revisit the best aspects of it.
Also, he's trying to regain the fans back because, let's be honest, nobody's watching Doctor Who at this point. I mean, it's not on the air, but nobody's really can give two shits about Doctor Who at
Even my own
point.
kids are not really watching it. They're not, they're done with it, kind of. I mean, Joe didn't watch the last one, and Anthony didn't watch it at all. So, since Capaldi. So, they're just people turned off. And they have every right to be because they weren't treated right either.
No respect for older fans, no respect for the history. Timeless Child, I mean, like I said, they should have done something that was more cohesive than a convoluted storyline about her being the one that started regeneration, because that's not how
the problem. Supposedly, the last FU to fans, rumor is that Chibnall is going to have Joe Martin's Doctor, Fugitive Doctor, regenerate into David Bradley.
Oh,
which would totally be giving the finger to the whole fan base because you're saying now that the first Doctor isn't the first, and now you just cemented that into canon.
And
So I mean,
want
that's a
to
rumor too. I don't know. Yeah.
I want to say that being a Black American, I salute Joe Martin because she pulled off something that it's about time for diversity. I'm glad for the next Doctor too being a Scottish. I don't know, a Black Scottish. I don't know what they call. I know
Right.
they have, but I don't know what the
I'm happy
terminology.
too. I like his casting.
Yeah.
And I like
He's a
Joe Martin
talented
a lot.
actor.
She's
Yeah,
great. I took her
yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, it's a strong cast. But my thing is, don't use my diversity, my race, my my womanhood as a way to clout. And that's what
Right.
this is.
Cloud
Use it
chasing.
clout chasing. And I mean, Joe Martin is more than that. I mean, she's talented, but you're trying to rewrite a legacy, and that's what you're doing. You're trying
Right.
to say that you're the best when obviously your half of your damn stories were shit. Excuse my
Right.
French. It
Oh, it's
was
true.
really, really bad.
They were
And and to use her as like this fucking box ticking stuff has to go. I mean, if you're gonna box tick for the sake of not for the sake of boxing, but boxing is for it to be cohesive and to elevate. What you're doing basically is box ticking for your own self, not for anybody else. Because honestly, Joe Martin could have been anywhere in that timeline and she would have been perfectly fine as a doctor.
Right.
I was happy with her being a doctor, not just, going above somebody else's legacy stuff. I mean, that makes all of us look bad in the end. Like we just clout chasing and stuff. So I got strong opinions on this, but
That's fine.
it just
That's
pisses
fine.
me off that he is studying doing this. And this has started with the fucking Rosie Parks thing
Oh
that
yeah.
I'm pissed off still about. You know, it's just in people's like it's the greatest thing they ever. Bull crap! I've seen better movies on Rosie Parks than this mess that they put out.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're gonna do diversity, do it right. And that's
Right.
why I have faith in Russell T Davis to do it right. Don't do diversity because you're trying to make a name for yourself. Because then it make you look like an ass in the end, and that's exactly what he's looking like.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
But hopefully Russell T Davis gets it together, and fixes everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to mention anything. He might just ignore the whole timeless child shit.
I
Totally.
hope so. I hope that he's a strong writer, and I have faith that he, as a returning showrunner, he knows what to do and what not to do. He can carry the show on. He's
Supposedly
capable.
Chris Chibnall is appearing in the episode too, as a
Oh, good
cameo,
God.
which is ridiculous.
He's not no Stan Lee. He need to stop.
I know. That's true. Jesus. Even Moffat didn't even appear in his own episodes.
No, because
I mean, he
at the
appeared in
end
the
of
Five Doctors because that was funny, but
yeah. But I mean, that's not what a showrunner should be about. It should be more about telling a good story, treating your actors right. Because poor Jodie. I mean, I had some time to reflect on it. I'm like, why are we blaming her for something that she didn't have no control over? I mean,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure a competent showrunner would have done more with her. I've seen her do amazing work in other shows. She's very quirky.
right.
She's very eccentric on one of the shows, the movies that I've seen her in. And I mean, she can. If she brought that to that doctor, I think we would have been looking at her differently. And if she
Yeah.
had strong writers to bring that out of her, but she didn't even get a chance. They just like, I mean, it's like Colin Baker,
Well,
but
look at Chris Chibnall said that he catered to the fans that wanted a lesbian relationship, right? So he
yeah.
made it that Yaz is well, I don't. I mean, is she bisexual? Because didn't she like Ryan? That's the thing I got
She like
confused with.
Ryan,
Like,
yeah.
so she would be bisexual, right? She wouldn't be a lesbian because she did have feelings for Ryan, right? So
Yes, she's bi.
and
She's
and
not.
to call the doctor gay when the doctor's an alien and not bound by humanistic terms.
Hmm.
The doctor's always been a man, and now he's a man in a female body. Could you really say that the Doctor's gay when he always liked female companions. It's like,
Exactly.
I mean, that just because there's a regeneration doesn't mean that it changes the Doctor's sexual preference. I mean, the Doctor's always liked women.
There's a
So
lot of questions I
it's
have
just so
about that
confusing. I
whole
know.
timeless child, because how the hell did he have a grandchild if that is the case? You
Yeah,
know,
like what the?
how the hell did he even accomplish that if he was, born a woman? Now, I'm not saying for anybody to get on me that it's not possible. It is, but
Right,
if he was naturally born a woman, how could he have a child
correct.
as a
And the
man?
Doctor never had control over the regeneration energy, so
No,
it wasn't like he chose to be a woman anyway.
no.
It just happened, like with Jodie's Doctor. So yeah, it is nonsense. Another rumor is going around is that the only way to get rid of Yaz, because probably a pain in the ass, is that the Doctor is probably gonna have to kiss her to erase her memory, but not like do the thing like the, but
What?
just kiss her
No.
like.
No.
It's like everyone's gonna be like, oh no,
Oh God, come on. They just forcing this a little. I
that's
mean,
gonna be crazy.
I wouldn't been I mean, I wouldn't been too upset if it wasn't. It just seems like it's unnatural. Like I would like it to
It's
be a
very
natural
unnatural.
progression. It's like they forcing them together and it's not working because the Doctor don't see her in that way. Yaz is
Well,
the only one seeing her.
you didn't see the last episode.
I didn't see the last episode because
Well,
I kind of signed out.
well, she sees her in that way.
So she does? Okay, well then
Yeah,
another forced relationship
there you
going
go.
on.
I just, it was forced. This whole, because you could tell. I mean, they always pushed her and Ryan together, and then I guess because Ryan's leaving,
Yeah.
they kind of switched it up to make her. But she never even had a story arc. Remember how
Yeah.
we were like, come on, give Yaz a story, and then they went to give her something big, and it was only like 5 minutes. Remember
Yeah,
that she
exactly.
tried to kill
Exactly.
herself or something, and then
Yeah.
they threw that shit in the garbage, right? Like, and she went from the worst cop to being the best cop in existence, but she's never even a cop half the time. So like, yeah, I don't understand that.
They didn't
I
do
don't.
her background. They didn't really get into what Yaz really was, and they didn't do her. She was just like a Mary Sue of a companion. She didn't
She's there.
really. She just there. She just. I don't. I mean, I
They
know
tried
there
to
was some.
make her that her time with the Doctor, she's becoming like doctorish or smart, and
Yeah,
figuring
but
out how to
see,
get out of traps and figuring out how
how
to,
many?
like, especially with the flux, like how she could just become rich to travel around the world with Dan for fucking 4 years. When
How did?
back then,
Yeah.
like, it was very expensive to travel,
Yeah, yeah.
and she basically became rich traveling with him the whole fucking, because like she didn't have any money, so obviously they should do something to just fucking have money, which is weird.
But I just
They
need
didn't
to ask,
explain any of that. They didn't explain any of that.
where's the character development in this show?
Like she became like Laura Croft, like Tomb Raider, like going around with Dan and that other guy all
Well,
over the place
at least
in
with
the
Tomb
Fox
Raider,
episode.
not to get off topic, but at least with Tomb Raider, even though she had like 5 zillion origin stories, at least her origin stories was catered to her. And we
Right.
know how she came. But with Yas, she just like been thrown in. Okay, she meet this woman in a train cart. Then she automatically falls in love with her. I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
I mean, she liked her friendship in the beginning. Like they became like good friends. I don't think the
Yeah.
romance was there since the beginning, but I think because she there was even a thing. Even Sasha Dewan said they had ideas to have her fall in love with the Master because the Master
I
was
would
flirting with her. He was do whatever and like stick with me, Yaz, and everything. But they decided not to do that. But she was
that would
never
have
going
been
to
a
be. There was never
better.
going to be. No, I know, but that would have been. She was never going to be in a romance with the Doctor. Chibnall said that he added that because he's like, "Oh, look, all these fans, this is cute. They're kissing and
But he's
photos of this
catering.
artwork."
He's catering to the wrong subsection of
Yeah,
fans, though.
which
I'm
those fans are going to
sorry.
be gone, by the way, when the rest of the games comes
Exactly.
back.
Hmm.
Thank God.
You did all this carried into the wrong type of fans that only joined Doctor Who fandom within her time period,
They're
not
only
anyone
there for
else's.
momentary, like snippet of Doctor Who history. These fans, they're not going to stick with the
Yeah.
show because they're they wanted to see what they wanted to see. They wanted a lesbian doctor and gay
And you know what?
couple
I
and
have
whatever.
no problems with that, but
Right, but
write it naturally. Make it flawless. Make it seem coherent to what she is. You know
right,
what I'm
and this was
saying?
definitely not natural the way they did everything.
No.
So.
No.
No.
And Chibnall is old people are writing it too, like zero characterization of half these people, and then
Yeah.
he's gonna write romance now all of a sudden.
Oh, good God.
No.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
I did hear.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, again.
I'm about to say I did hear a rumor that Colin Baker's doctor supposed to be in the Cystia.
Right. The rumor is Peter Davison, Colin Baker, and Sylvester McCoy. Like she's supposed to. Supposedly something happens. Either she degenerates into them, wearing her outfit, and then she regenerates back, and then to go into David Tennant. Supposedly that's what it is. Like because of the virus, she's like back and forth. So
That's just crazy. I mean, there's just no coherent.
yeah, I mean they're trying to do
story
it because
at
Tegan,
all.
the Fifth Doctor, and Ace, the Seventh, and then supposedly Mel, they might get the other
Mel
companions
is
back.
Mel
She might
supposed to
appear.
be.
What's up, Scott?
Hello.
Hey,
Yeah.
Scott.
Hello, Vaughn. Hello, Sunny.
Hey.
Yeah, Mel supposed to be. Well, she was with the 6th and 7th, so I guess that makes sense for
Yeah.
them to. Yeah.
I guess according to the box that she's rich, right? Off carrot juice or something. And this is
Yeah. She becomes a.
right.
Yeah, she
Let's get those
becomes
exercise
a.
bikes. Yeah.
She's like filthy rich on a planet or something, and he comes
Right.
to see her years later. I love Big Finish for that. Them bot sets and stuff, how they do Big Finish. I love the Perry one more. I said Perry one was really good.
I like the Perry one, yeah.
I love the Perry one because that was more of a coherent, what happened to her after, like all these are.
No, honestly.
Yeah.
And now this is canon because it's a box sets of the actual episodes, but added stuff.
Yes.
So it's canon that she's, alive and
she's still traveling with 6 at that point too.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's really good.
I guess she still was in charge of her people too, right? And she was a warrior also.
Yeah, she Perry went on to with Yakonis or something like that, and then he was a warlord, but she somehow managed. Yeah, she somehow managed during his time to like calm him down. Like she was the voice of reason to that, and she helped him like fight wars and stuff. She became like I want to say statistician, where she knew where they was gonna hit them and stuff, and she became like this legend. And so I guess the plot was that she eventually goes back to traveling with 6, and then she always comes back to the statue, and she got her name from that, coming back to the statue and then disappearing. And then I guess she now has a companion now, her own companion, because the dude went with her. So that's gonna be interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if they can explain that it's a later Doctor revisiting old faces, that the older 6, like from far in the future, rather than I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be. But again, today, Scott, there was for some reason this service is not letting me screen share. I don't know why, but there was a picture of her regenerating, I guess, on the beach or something today. They showed a picture. Not sure, could confirm it totally, but supposedly I think she's on a beach or something. She's not going to regenerate in the TARDIS. So I don't know if she falls off a cliff or if she regenerates in the air or in the water. But the TARDIS doesn't get beat up this time, which is good. Poor TARDIS. Right. So
Jesus.
But in the end, I believe we're gonna see David Tennant, and then we're gonna be like, we're gonna be excited, and I'm psyched to see his new outfit because I can't tell what color it is with the way they're because some photos it looks darker, some photos it looks lighter, right? It's just weird.
Yeah.
So I'm just, and as long as the 10th Doctor personality, really, not, because I don't think they even consider him a 14th Doctor. They just consider like
No.
an in between Doctor until
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
healed, and then he can regenerate again or something.
I know that with the timeline, do they consider what's about to happen part of his timeline or part of her timeline?
Probably hers.
Hers.
She
Yeah.
regenerates into
I know
him.
that. Okay.
Well, she
So-
regenerates into Tennant.
So it's her.
He would
Because
be.
I know.
She's the 13th Doctor, so it would be like 13, and then if you want to call him Timefall Doctor, and then 14.
Timefall. Oh my God! Did
Yeah.
they really go with Timefall, Doctor?
I mean, it's they don't want to call him 14.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I've been playing that.
14 because then what we call the one.
I've been playing a lot of Death Stranding, and that's exactly what happens in Death Stranding is the Timefall, and it makes people age up.
Oh, so well, I mean, supposedly he's like the War Doctor, where when the mission's done, he regenerates into 14th Doctor. He's not considered a new Doctor because he's the 10th Doctor, but it's just weird. I hate that it's not simple,
No.
And then her Doctor, he in an interview he said he has no idea what placement she is, but then in the comic he tried to make it that she went to Earth in 1962, or before 1963, like with the TARDIS, and that she is before the first Doctor. And then, the rumor is that she regenerates in David Bradley, which I really hope they don't do that.
But how would that work? Because that means that he has a grandchild. So how would this a younger
here's
version?
another thing that could be totally screwed up, right? Now the fact that the Doctor can revisit old faces, she could be Doctor 27 regenerating into the first Doctor, but it's not really the first Doctor. It's the first Doctor later on, right? So like Chibnall that's how he could pull a fast one, and really screw us up, because the first Doctor wasn't just old. Like he was young and grew older, and then had a grandchild, had a child, had a grandchild, right? It wasn't that you can't just have it where all this stuff is fake memories for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've said from the beginning, what they should do with the Timeless Child is have it set up as though it was a plot line by Rassilon to get even with the Doctor for what happened in Hellbent.
Well, and to answer the
chat, all that stuff inside the Matrix sends the information covertly to the Master. That way, the two would take care of each other, and that would be an easier way to explain it.
See, the whole thing with I'm reading the comments. The season 6B, the thing was that, the Doctor went on secret missions.
Oh yeah, 6B.
Right, and then maybe he got killed and then became Joe Martin Doctor, and then they reverted it back. But like her placement, the only way it would work out is if she's a future Doctor, not a past Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Because she couldn't tell the Doctor the truth, and because then Jodie Whittaker wouldn't be the first female Doctor, which that's what she is. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Well, they could do the whole thing with multiverse and all that jazz.
Oh,
I don't know if we're ready for that yet. Yeah, I don't know if we're ready for that yet.
Yeah.
I heard they was going to lean towards doing a multiverse. I'm like, how would that work? Because
I mean, this Gallifrey's probably not the friggin' right Gallifrey anyway. That died from the Master. It's weird, So I'm just hoping. I mean, I'm hearing rumblings. John Sims back too, so I'm hoping that the Master just regenerates back into. John Sims.
Geez, can you imagine a triple play? Him, a triple play of the Master. Him, Missy, and.
Well, I'm hearing like that she might appear during Russell T Davis's thing because he likes her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she wants to return. Yeah.
So she's with Doom. She's doing Doom Patrol season what? 5? Is she doing 5
Mhm.
right now?
I think it is
She's
season
still
5.
doing Doom Patrol. She's still doing Doom
Yeah,
Patrol.
I forget
think.
what shit. Let me check.
They just did Comic Con, right? So I think she's
Mhm.
Doom Patrol is not canceled yet. So
No.
so she's still with Doom Patrol, I think. But
It'll
she,
be,
of course she
it'll
could,
be season 4. It'll be coming up
right,
in
but
season
she's
4.
Okay.
but she's filming now season 5.
Yeah. Oh,
So
okay.
that's what I'm saying probably.
Yeah.
So, but she could come back. I mean, John Sim,
The only one that I was adamant about not returning was Capaldi. He had a very good reason.
yeah, he's pissed off right now.
He's pissed off. Yeah.
He's pissed. But who knows? I mean, and then you see the pictures over the weekend of Matt Smith with Jenna Louise Coleman and River. Like his face looks weird, right? Matt Smith, like he got the shit kicked out of him or something, right? Do you see his face?
He is in the House of Dragons.
No, but it looks like it looks like he got beat up. Like his face looks.
He's in fact he's supposed to be, I don't know when this thing is, but he's in Dallas right now.
Is he? But his face looks different though.
Man, Expo.
They even had Karen Gillan there with Arthur Darvill. He took pictures with River and them just recently on the weekends.
Oh, they was just hanging, or were they at a convention?
All at a convention.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's interesting. But
So
he
is
looks
Matt
older.
Smith?
He looked like he aged a lot, Matt Smith. I don't know what happened.
Work.
You think? What work?
Well, he's
House of the Dragon now. Yeah, I know. Maybe he's getting I don't know, fighting and stuff in it. I don't know. But, his face looks though definitely weird.
Yeah, he's aging up. That's the age is a mug.
Jenna Louise Coleman looks the same, right?
Yeah.
Alex Kingston looks the same. Arthur Darvill looks the same. Karen Gillan looks the same. He looks like he aged. So that's weird. And he even said he's aging for some reason. It's like he says it in a couple years he won't be able to do the doctor to make the doctor return because whatever. So I also heard that
another if they ever did something like Bohemian Rhapsody for like a deal for Linda Ronstadt, I thought Jenna Coleman would be good to play her.
She didn't age a day either. Jenna Louise Coleman. She looks the same. She looks exactly the same. It's weird. But God bless her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would be nice if they could wrap that stuff up like Moffat shit. It would be nice if Moffat, you could wrap up your shit that you left hanging. Like she's traveling in a diner in space and shit. Like, come on. So much shit
she's like one heartbeat away from dying or something, or in between heartbeats. Or...
Right, well, the whole timeline's probably screwed up because of Clara. Maybe. Maybe that's how they explain it. Who knows?
Clara, well, I mean, it's easy to blame Clara for jumping into people's time streams and trying to manipulate stuff. But then Thomas Child just trumps all of what's going on. See, that's the thing with that.
Paradox of everything then.
It trumps everything from the last 50 years because now
and it ruins it because then it's like the doctor could always regenerate indefinitely, but they put limits on it.
Yeah, and I mean, all the speeches about him having limitations on regeneration done been thrown out the door because he has his. And
they throw in between doctors now too. You just fucking totally fuck shit up and confuse shit now. Like Joe Martin, where the fuck was she fall with that shit? Like that's just.
Do y'all think Big Finish might attempt to do this time period with the 10?
No, I don't think. No, they'd probably be afraid to.
I don't think they're allowed. I think they have a nice relationship with Russell T. Davis, and I think that he's like, stay away from that for now. Because I think he's going to be the one to fix it. If he does. I mean, I can't see. I could see him ignoring it, but it's so big, he has to explain it, right? You know, it could have been like with the doctor being half human, that could be explained. The TARDIS just bullshitted or whatever, right? But like with this shit about the Thomas Child, even though he's friends with Chibnall, he was friends with Moffat too. He got mad when Moffat changed his shit. So he should be a little annoyed or try to fix it himself, honestly.
We need a McGann series. We just need a short mini series with McGann.
Yeah, while he's still around too. I mean, not these old,
exactly.
They're all like
I agree.
Tom Baker's getting up there too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, God, what are you waiting for?
Give our doctors that.
Caroline Ford. Like, she's old too. Like, just get him
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, all of them is up in age. I mean, I don't know
Shit.
what is wrong with having a McGann series to fill in. Like,
Yeah.
this would have been the perfect time for a McGann series because nothing was going on. They could focus on that and then go into finishing whatever was
Bingo.
coming after it.
Yeah.
But they won't do it. They would not do that. Something that the
No.
fans actually want, they won't do. But they claim
Mhm.
that every other bullshit, bullshit theory and timeless child crap is what the fans wanted. No, nobody
it's not.
wanted
Fans
that.
don't
It's
want
not.
that. We saw the uproar when they
That just destroyed the fan base. That created a whole new
That was
race of fans that just were assholes.
that was just them cloud chasing. That's all that is, and that's what forever be known as somebody trying to do clout, do rank on somebody else, where they don't have no freaking right to be.
Imagination, yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know
I mean,
how he's going to solve all that in 90 minutes. I don't think he is. I don't think he's going to answer shit. But I think Joe
No.
Martin's going to be in it. But that's what I'm worried about. If she is in it, don't have her regenerate to David Bradley. But he has balls, Jim. No, he don't give a fuck. So
he just like you said, it's the one fuck you to everybody, every fan
he
out
don't give
there.
a fuck, man.
Is that he don't give a fuck and he's gonna do what
He
he
doesn't give
wants.
a fuck when people start not watching his shit after.
Yeah.
Like when they're just not going to watch his shit. Then
They're
he's
gonna
gonna
ignore
give a
his
fuck.
stuff.
And then if it's that bad, then like half of the damn Doctor Who. I mean, Russell, it's okay. My thing is Russell T Davies is gonna become the showrunner, and you're gonna fuck him over by doing that, because people are gonna be like, I'm not watching the show anymore after that.
Right. Even if Russell T Davies is back, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's going to take
So
a lot
why-
for him to win them back.
And it's not even about her being the first black woman to do that. It's about them taking a 50-year show and piggybacking. Basically,
That's all they've done.
ruining.
It was piggybacked.
Yeah.
They should
Ruining.
make Joe Martin's doctor be a regeneration of the Metacrisis doctor or something.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
With no memory or something. Like, because,
Or she could be like the 20th on Doctor.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
that
Future
too.
doctor, right.
She
Yeah.
could have even been the next doctor. What was
Yeah,
wrong with her
like-
being
like,
cast as the
yeah.
next one?
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
I
But
mean,
they would never do that because the thing is then they would have to have her be the doctor right away. And they didn't have any intentions of being the doctor right away. He didn't even know what he was fucking doing when he did the episode. He's like, he did that shit on the fly. Remember they were saying? He was like,
Mhm.
oh, he just threw that shit in there. And they were like, what the fuck? What? They didn't
and
know
that's
what the fuck's happening.
and that is a disgrace to Joe Martin because
yeah, it is.
she's
It is.
very writing talented. She was better than Jodie, and I think she deserves a series of her own.
Well,
but
he
I don't
treated
think.
her writing. Like, he did excellent writing for her. Like,
Yeah,
he made her the way he should have made Jodie.
exactly.
Definitely.
And obviously he was mad at Jodie, I guess, at the time or whatever. He made her fucking amazing, Joe Martin.
And that's what my issues with these damn writers that get pissed off with these actors
yes.
and then subconsciously try to sabotage them. Like we saw this with Capaldi, we
Well, that
saw
was the
this
thing
with
she
Baker.
said to the BBC in that interview, Jodie Whittaker, that her co-workers were against her singing. No, she said co-workers. There was no co-workers against it. It was Chibnall,
Yeah.
and that was against it. Not, do you think Bradley Walsh gave a shit that she was singing, or Tassin Cole, Amanda Gill? No, it was fucking
They probably
Chibnall.
sat there and encouraged her, said go for it.
Chibnall was fucking enraged with that.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want her to have something else other than Doctor when she was the Doctor. So he probably put shit into the writing. He fucking made fucking Joe Martin fucking fantastic. And you got a great Doctor, but then you had no fucking explanation of who the fuck placement she was.
And you know what that's called in real life? Retaliation. That's what basically
did
that
Moffat
was.
do that to
Yes.
Clara's character?
Yep.
He made her a fucking bitch, right?
Yep.
With Capaldi?
Yep.
Like, he totally changed her around.
He did that with Capaldi, too.
Right. He changed him every season. He fucking changed Capaldi.
I mean, what was wrong? Okay, my Capaldi is my boy. I liked his series. But my thing is, why the hell did you not stick to your guns and make him consistent through all his series? I mean, it was nothing wrong with him being like what he was this season 8. That's actually what we needed him to be.
Capaldi, you made it like he was dark. Like maybe he said fucking and he pushed the fucking
and he was like,
squirt man off the cliff. You didn't know, right? You were like,
the value to come out.
Wow, he's a son of a bitch, right? You didn't know that though, right? And they never explained it, right? But then he was soft and nice. like it wasn't like he was, he
I
didn't do
mean,
shit.
no, but I liked it. It doesn't make sense because I liked him like that. I liked him with that edge. Like, if you're
Yeah.
gonna piss him off, he's gonna push you off the damn
Well,
thing.
Exactly.
that speech, what he did to Shilda. He's like,
Oh,
you're
Yeah.
going to
God,
learn
yes.
that the universe was a small place when I'm angry with you.
Yeah,
He's like,
exactly.
I'll do my best, but I suggest you stay out of my way. Because I'm going to
But
fuck
it's
your ass up.
inconsistent.
Right.
It's very inconsistent because by season 9, he's over there with a damn guitar in his hand on a
Yeah,
tape.
and
So
next
why?
thing you know, he's fucking dancing with Missy when he fucking hated her
Yeah,
guts for doing that
exactly.
shit. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck are we getting?
The only season they really got where his character needed to be right was, I would say, season 8, but season 10 was the only season where I said, yeah, this is what you should have wrote him like at first. He
Right.
should have been in a student mentor. I mean, God knows, Jenna Coleman. I like her, but she shouldn't have even been in the
No, they
last
started making
Capaldi
her more
series.
like the
They should have,
doctor and him the companion.
yeah.
That was stupid.
Well, he fucking went against, he wanted her back. And fucking, and that Moffat had just ripped up the scripts, remember? Then he got fucking pissed with that shit. But her appearing, I didn't like that last episode with the fucking computer or the alien race taking the form of their memories, and that
was
was
dumb.
Mhm.
That was dumb.
ridiculous.
They could easily fix the whole Clara thing, maybe also.
But they fixed the whole thing with the
Having
companions.
this thing that went with me as a cloister wraith. And
No, but they fixed
trapped
Bill Potts and they fixed Nardo because they did a fucking COVID-19 fucking.
Oh, right.
They did the thing where they were talking to each other and like
Yeah.
Nardo's still fucking traveling the levels of the fucking ship, and she's at a fucking protest.
Wait,
And I was like,
what?
Yeah, you didn't hear that?
No.
No, I didn't hear that.
They
either.
had fucking the lockdown up. You didn't see the lockdown episodes?
I didn't see no of the lockdown.
Yeah, okay, so the reason, so what
episodes at
happened
all.
was when everything was going on with COVID, right? And there was no
Mhm.
doctor who knew this. Russell T. Davis came back, Moffat came back. They wrote some Doctor Who shit, and they did some fucking lockdown episodes,
Oh,
right?
right. Is that the one where they erased, like, had oh god, 13 go back to 10's timeline and fit something with the what they call the family of
They yes,
Wait, what?
so right,
Yeah.
so yes, so Jodie's doctor, I guess, freed the family of blood girl from the mirror.
Yeah. Yep.
And then also a future doctor regenerated into a lion creature or something like an animal, and visited the nurse that was dying from New Earth, whatever, or some shit. Like in other words, they said that the doctor could become animals too now.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, the Ninth
probably-
Doctor said that he could become different races, not just human, right? But anyway, human appearance.
He wasn't human in the first place. And that's just
correct. But they did the episode where Nardo, like they returned the actors to voiceover, and Nardo was talking in a communication to Bill Potts on Earth. Like she just broke up, I guess, with the puddle monster, and she stayed on Earth, and she's normal. She has her form, normal form, because the puddle monster fixed her. Remember?
Oh,
and
right,
then,
yeah.
Right, and then she's protesting shit on Earth when they were doing all the protests and shit.
Oh, with the BLM and stuff like that.
Yeah,
okay.
whatever the fuck. Right. So,
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm on level whatever now," and he's still on the ship. Hey, what's up, Edward? He was on the ship just avoiding the Cybermen every fucking whatever.
Well,
What happens till you get to the last level? It's like you got to get off there somehow, right?
Yeah. So he's not trying to find a way out, or he just on that level.
He was here, I guess, and then he's up here, and he's still traveling. Like whatever, he's still trying to get out. Which so I guess again, eventually Nardo gets off there, and Bill Potts is on Earth, so she's okay.
Okay, well that's good.
So they had that, and then they had the just saying that the doctor could regenerate into animals now too. So and then Moffat did a sequel to Girl in the Fireplace, which was very dark. Which remember how we talked about that, and I said, oh, she's probably gonna wake up on the fucking ship in the future, like they got her whole body in a fucking coffin or something, and then she's going
Yeah.
to be the head. That's basically what it is. Like she's the ship. Like
Oh,
they
wow.
use it's
Oh,
like
my
it's like a
goodness.
goddamn horror fucking thing that
Jesus.
she's the ship. She's part of the ship, and her body is secretly in some area, and it's a horrible future, which people were upset about. So, but that got them so excited writing about Doctor Who that
Mhm.
I caused a conflict, I believe, with Moffat and Chibnall because Chibnall, I think, was getting annoyed,
Mhm.
and then Moffat
Because
all
they
of
were
a
probably
sudden.
doing better shit than him.
Well, that's it. So that's why Moffat did a whole thing. No, I'm done. And then he backed off, right? Because he felt, all right, I am stepping on Chibnall's toes. But in Russell T Davis's case, he's like, oh, I fucking like this shit. And then he had lunch with David Tennant and Catherine Tate,
Mhm.
and they were just chilling. And they're like, oh, it'll be great if we can come back. And then he's like, And then that's what they were saying. Like they were just having lunch with him. And the next thing you know, like fucking boom. He took over. He's fucking back. Fuck it. So that's great. But it's not only that he's taken over. He has the whole entire show under his complete control.
Mhm.
And he gives a check to the BBC
Mhm.
like they gave a check to, the Terry Nation?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Estate for the Daleks, right?
Mhm.
So, like, he pays them to use the Doctor and the Master and whatever. He gives them a check every
It's like,
year.
here we go. Here's my rent for
Right.
you guys.
He did. So he basically renting out the
Yes. Like, in other words, the BBC was in dire straits. They needed fucking money and influx of cash.
right.
Yep.
So they said, fuck it. Doctor Who is shit now. So we'll just give you the whole fucking thing and you pay us. And he's like, okay.
So do you still have to pay Terry Nation as well because he has to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a given. That's
yeah. So he's paying. It doesn't matter. He's gonna make so much fucking money because now he's got this thing where the Doctor is forever his. Like even if he's
Bad
not
Wolf. Yep. Bad
right,
Wolf
even if
Productions.
he's not, he's still the owner of. Like he still has this unlimited contract forever with Doctor Who, like Sony has with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Sony will never give up Spider-Man. So like. He has this thing where he just pays the BBC and they're good.
So there's hope for merchandise. Is he gonna bring merchandise
Let's
back?
hope they've got better merchandise this
Let's
time
put it
around.
this way. Let's say 2025 comes and there's no season of Doctor Who. He gives them a check no matter what every year, right?
Oh dang!
Right? It's his.
Yeah.
And the reason why he did this is remember I told you when he left, like he wanted the woman to be the Doctor's mother, and there was somebody that had power in the BBC that rejected him and said, you can't do that. And he was kind of like restricted, where that was his whole thing, and then he didn't like it that somebody had power to tell him no, right? So now he made sure he has 100% control. He could do whatever the fuck he wants. As long as he gives them money, he could do whatever he wants, and no one can tell him what to do. Nobody. Nobody's going to tell him that can't be the Doctor's mother. Nobody's going to tell him this. So and I knew that was going to happen one day. I knew that it bothered him, and that he was going to make sure that was fixed. And I'm sure he's going to do
it fixed.
Now he's fixed. So he could do whatever he wants. Moffat could write it. Moffat could showrun it, but Russell T Davies has the contract.
Ownership.
And the word saying
he's the owner of the company, and I don't care how many shares Sony has. He's the owner. He's not going to give up where he doesn't have ownership.
Oh hell no!
No, he has ownership. Nobody can tell him what to do.
The keys to the TARDIS.
If Sony tried to tell him what to do, he'd be like, "Fuck off and sell your shares and get out." No one's going to tell him what to do with Doctor Who. So all these people making these videos about Sony's control. No, Sony has to control Dick. They may have shares like Shaq owns J.C. Penney's.
Yeah.
But guess what? Which you didn't know. But guess what? They don't have say over shit. Honestly, they'll make some money maybe because they own some shares, but that's it. And he's never giving it up ever again. Even if he's dead, it will be his family and family's family and whatever. And he's going to put it in there where he's already put it in there where his friends could come back and they always have work because he was the type of person that if always people were out of work, remember? He created a show just to give them a job.
Torchwood, Sarah Jane.
Wizards versus Aliens. He created. just because he wanted his people to work. Which Moffat, on the other hand, had shit shut down because he kept delaying shit. Remember? And people were out of work with Moffat. With Russell T Davis, people always had work and they respected him. So he's going to take care of his own, and that's what I love about.
That's good because
Yeah.
that is real good. I mean, that's how it should be. I mean, I think he's more passionate. You know, hopefully one day, you know, under his reign, Capaldi can come
He
back.
doesn't
You know?
own it, but he has control over it, so to speak.
Yeah,
Like he nobody else could do Doctor Who but him.
he
And
has full control. Yeah,
Yeah, he has control, but he doesn't own it because he still has to pay them.
yeah.
They won't sell it. Like they won't sell, and now they can't sell it. They could just, because they have a contract, they can't even sell Doctor Who. They could just rent them out.
So is it still being aired on BBC?
Well, I mean,
Or is
the way they talk about BBC, I think the plan is eventually to get it on a streaming thing, which I think already it is. I think Disney Plus is going to be.
Disney, I heard. Yeah, Disney Plus is going to be one of the things.
Well, because if you remember, it's not that Disney owns it. If you remember, Disney Plus, Disney XD had David Tennant's episodes.
David Tennant, yep, they did.
Right. So he had a nice relationship with Disney. So Disney is going to have Doctor Who. They're not going to own it, but they're gonna whatever. They're going to make money from.
Yeah, Disney's going to be something like the China deal almost.
Yeah, well, those deals are over now.
I know, but I'm just saying that's the comparison.
And the way he did them dirty, he pissed them off with the whole culture thing. They fucking hate what he did. I don't know if after that deal is over, if they're gonna have Doctor Who anymore. But it's kind of weird though how with their culture, they didn't allow time travel. If you remember?
Yeah. And that's what shocked me about that whole thing.
I will bring this up because I did meddle. Like in my last job with my managerial stuff, I had a big big person in China that it was rich, filthy rich.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah,
it's the same. Yeah, you told me about the dude. Yeah,
I was like telling him like because he had say over stuff, right? And at the time, I kept saying you need to get Doctor Who over there, and if you have missing episodes, and I had my translator, and I'm like, you know, if you have missing episodes, I would like it, whatever. This guy was the guy that was gonna have a Shaolin monk fly over, right? And train me like the Karate Kid. Like to be like, right? He wanted it. No, listen. But this conflicted with my job because I was the manager of them all, right?
Right.
So I couldn't take. It was in my contract. I couldn't take gifts, and it couldn't take. He was giving me a brand new BMW, and I had to tell him no, right? Yeah. But they all love me because I always try to help everybody, right? But he was like wanted me to go to China. He was gonna fly me out. Like I would have an entourage. It was like ridiculous. He wanted to take care of me, help him with his company. He wanted me to go out there. Like and I couldn't. But like I was every day when he came over, I was like, it was funny shit. I was showing him Doctor Who stuff. He's like, whoa! Like he liked it, right? I showed him Godzilla stuff, and I was like, all this like cool shit and the superhero stuff. And if you remember, they didn't like with the time travel stuff, with the superhero stuff, and they didn't like Ghostbusters. I was showing them Ghostbusters stuff because I know in their culture but he had say over the culture, like maybe he could make changes. And I'm not saying that it's because of me, but right after that, things were changing immediately with that. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to take credit for it, but I'm just saying. All of a sudden, Endgame was allowed in China, and Endgame had time travel. Doctor Who, right. So.
Oh, good God! Timeline shift is a thing, people.
Yeah.
We shift.
But if he's watching this, I still want my missing episodes of Doctor Who, please. I'll come visit you in Jersey. I might actually do that. They've been asking me to go back there to visit, so I might.
Oh, are you still in touch with them?
I'm in touch with all of them.
Oh,
they
nice.
all miss me terribly, but they wanted me to broker. It was like a thing because I was friends with this guy that he owned this big movie company, he did movies with Denzel Washington, and he's like trying to
Mhm.
get. He was trying to buy up properties in Jersey, and he
Mhm.
was trying to buy up the penthouses. We had that mall that I was a manager of that
Yeah,
was
that big
connected to
mall,
the
yeah.
three big towers, right? The
Yeah,
Galaxy
yeah,
Towers,
yeah.
Galaxy Mall. So they
Mhm.
had penthouses and shit. And he was when he came, he wasn't just coming to. He was coming like with his whole like he had financial backers. They were looking to spend money. Like, oh, you want $3 million for property? Okay. Like he just
Mm.
fucking around. Like he was just ready to buy everybody out. Like he just wanted to buy. He wanted to buy up the mall and turn it into a movie studio.
Oh
And then he
wow.
wanted to buy. He
Damn.
wanted to buy the towers and have all his people live there, right? And just
Mhm.
that, you don't realize how expensive that is. That these towers are
God,
like
I
huge,
can just imagine,
three
yeah.
huge towers, like almost in a city, but in Jersey, with penthouses
Mhm.
and everything, connected to this weird mall, right? So he wanted to turn, and we had a movie theater too. He wanted to turn all this into like movie studio where they could film fucking movies, like with special effects, with green screens and shit. And
Mhm.
I was trying to help him, and then we had some asshole that stepped in that pissed him off. And then
Oh
he's like, "Oh fuck this,
Lord.
Of
yeah, yeah,
course,
yeah."
you always have to have the assholes that.
Right, but we still were in touch, and he's like, "Oh, he's like," and then my old boss too, like wanted me to
Mhm.
come in to kind of smooth the way recently, so that
Mhm.
way he comes and does it again. Like, but I'm not that title anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sure they would pay me a contractual basis. But I thought about going back there because I was always treated like that town was like 3 blocks long, and everybody, it was like Green Acres. Like everybody was in the air, living in this one
Mhm.
area, right? So I wrote
Mhm.
for I wrote for the town magazine. I friggin' worked for the medical office. I was the manager of I was the head of the medical practice. I fucking ran them all. I helped out the dance studio. I was like a jack of all trades. I did fucking everything there.
Mhm.
And they had posters, if you remember, in the malls,
Yeah.
my books everywhere. They were
Yeah.
promoting the
Yeah.
shit out of me. Like, and the magazine was promoting the shit out of me as a thank you and doing articles about me and doing the podcast and everything because
Mhm.
they were grateful I was working for them doing stuff like that. So I loved my time away from retail in there. I fucking
Yeah.
absolutely loved it. I didn't like it that when it came to an end because, you know, my boss had signed a contract with the hospital, and then he couldn't practice medicine within a certain amount of radius, and then he
Mhm.
he had to give up the practice, and then the mall couldn't afford certain things, so I was very upset when it ended, and then I went right
Yeah.
back to I was still with medical but with retail, so but who knows if that changes now, which that may. Shit's changing already.
Hey. Yes, indeed.
Not happy, but if it happens in a few days, then it's time for a change. We'll see.
Mhm.
Not gonna get upset about it, but you know, we'll talk off air, Scott, and everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway, all right. So that's it. We're gonna talk off air. Doc Dude's coming back on the 23rd.
Yes.
We'll watch it. We'll podcast about it.
I
Yeah.
did make
Yeah.
sort of a little crack on one of the little Facebook sites. People said people are sad and dancing that Doctor Who's coming in there, and I said, yeah, they're dancing because Chibnall's going, and I
Right.
said, granted, I know Vaughn's probably not going to like this, nor Sally, but I just made a little crack about how maybe if Whitaker had a different showrunner,
Yeah.
Yeah.
things could have been different. And then I said,
Mhm.
there's me saying something nice. And I left
Right.
it.
No.
Yeah, but
Well, you missed my spiel earlier about that. So we kind of
Yeah.
on the same page.
it's good to see you, Bad
But I
Wolf,
was
in that.
nice. I was nice at least.
Bad Wolf is like my gaming advisor. Him and the guy unknown, because I'm ranked
Nice.
21 in America, trying to be #1 in America.
Yes.
Sweet.
Which-
Dominating.
Akum is back to #1, so once I beat him, the victory will be sweet.
The gloves are on.
And I just want to say before we go, because I like rubbing it in when people screw with me and with the gaming especially, what did they say it was going to take me? They said, you'll never catch a comb, and it will take
Yeah.
you 10 years, and I'm an expert in mathematics, and probably it's not. You can't calculate. There's no way you can do it in this amount of time, Matrix Lord. And well, guess what? It's been not even 2 years, and I'm 21 in America. From hundreds of millions of people.
Stop using
Man.
Common Core math. That might have
Hundreds of
helped you.
millions. Yeah, thank you. Common Core. Yeah.
Common Core.
Common Core math. Yeah. Hundreds of millions of people. I'm 21, and I'm still climbing. So,
Jesus.
you know.
Dominating. It's
That's
dominating
right.
the hell out of that.
Well, let's just hope that if I do lose my job, I have another job to finance this. 'Cause it's been costing a lot of money. It's costing a lot of money lately. So if this job ends, that this challenge may end. I don't know unless I can get something else. We'll see. Anyway, all right, we're gonna go. Thank you guys. We'll be back soon with because Doctor Who's just about back. So appreciate it. Missed you all. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.